Well, how to get your preschooler to listen, when to step in to help your child, who doesn't have questions when it comes to raising children. Well, to help make your family life better, we have help for you this morning. Joining us, as we do every month, we have child psychologist Dr. Heather Wittenberg. Dr. Heather is a licensed psychologist with a specialty in the development of babies, toddlers, and preschoolers and parents. And she's also a mom to 4 young children. So welcome, good morning to you.
Great to be back.
And let's go right into our questions, because these are some good ones that we've got this morning. And our first question this morning, my 3-year-old has a mind of his own and just won't listen. I realize that this is the age they're testing their independence, but it's driving me crazy. I've tried timeouts and threatening to take away toys, but he still does exactly what I say not to. What am I supposed to do? I could have written this.
I was going to say, Jill, you don't happen to know a little guy like this by chance, do you?
I could actually. No names, but yes. So what are you supposed to do? I know that, yeah, they're just testing their independence, right?
They are, so it is about setting limits, and it is about not taking it personally as a parent, trying not to, and it is about realistic expectations. So it really, unfortunately, isn't realistic for us to expect that a 3-year-old is going to want to follow our rules. They just don't care yet. So it's not realistic. So try not to take it personally. Go ahead and set the limit. Be matter-of-fact about it. Try not to take it, get all upset about it. Because when we're matter-of-fact about it, they're more likely to go ahead and go along with us. So it's going to go better for both of us that way.
Okay. Well, okay, let's go to question number 2 now. My 4-year-old gets so frustrated, and I often will step in because I don't like to see her struggle, but my husband says I'm hurting her more than helping her. Is he right?
Well, he kind of is. Go ahead and let her struggle to the point where she can't go any farther herself. It is important. Think about it. I mean, when you're trying to learn something new, and we're trying to learn something new, if somebody just does it for us, we're not going to learn.
True.
So go ahead and let her struggle up until the point where she can't go any further on her own. Then step in, and instead of taking over, go ahead and show her that next step. So she's more likely to learn that way and be less there's sort of this optimum amount of frustration that helps her learn best.
Very good advice. All right. Well, I know that this is an important time of the year when parents need to start thinking about kindergarten for their 4-year-olds. You actually have some good tips on when to realize your child is ready for kindergarten?
There are a lot of parents out there who are, we were just driving in, and there's signs on all the schools, it's kindergarten enrollment time. And so for a lot of parents, they wonder, is my child going to be ready? And I've been writing about this a lot on my website, so there's a lot of good information on there. But I also have my own kindergartner, the third out of 4, who started, this year and bringing home cute projects like this. But I do have some tips on how to know if your little one's going to be ready. So there's not a magic recipe, but if you want to go ahead and think about there are a few things I have in mind.
Okay, just real fast.
Yeah.
Can they follow adults' directions?
If they can follow adults' directions, if they're interested in learning, if they can handle being away from you for a little while, if they can have some beginning social skills playing with their friends, and finally, if they're able to kind of sit and pay attention and work on a task for at least a few minutes at a time. Should work out great.
All right, great. And again, you have those tips on our website, KITV.com. You also have it on your website, babyshrink.com, and you can always talk to Dr. Heather on her website as well if you have more questions. Thanks so much for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having me.
And you can see more of this interview again, or you can watch this interview again by heading over to the morning section of our website at KITV.com/thismorning. We'll be right back.